Hi, everybody. This is Mike Gerdes with the Greater Philadelphia Center for Spiritual Living. And of course, this is Wonder Dog Yoga. Hey, today I want to talk to you about excuses. Excuses, yeah. Did you notice how oftentimes, if we're not getting what we want, doing what we want, doing what we're supposed to, we come up with an excuse? Why do we do that? The truth be known is that if we've got the consciousness to do something, we can do something. And if we don't have the consciousness to do something, we don't do it. Now, some of us, when we do our spiritual mind treatment work, we wonder why our treatments, hey, here she goes, Wonder Dog Yoga. Yay! Anyway, some of us, when we're doing our treatment work, we wonder why our treatment's not working. Perhaps our treatment's not working because we don't really expect it to work. Or we think, well, maybe it might work if I do it just right. You see, the truth be known, I think a lot of us are superstitious. And I think a lot of us approach our spiritual mind treatment as though it's some sort of an occult trick. You know, it's like we're dealing with numerology or something like that. Some kind of occult mystery. This is none of that. We have to recognize that we're dealing with a specific law. And the law works, always works. And if you're not realizing the manifestation, the demonstrations that you say you want, there's an issue somewhere. There's an issue somewhere in what you're treating for, how you're treating for it, or there's some block within your consciousness that's preventing you from experiencing what it is that you say you want. Now, to deal with that, a good thing to do is to talk to a practitioner. But here's an area in which we're going to get real. I don't really think that your practitioner should be your friend. Now, you can be friendly with your practitioner, but the problem is when we're having our practitioners be our friends, somebody we're talking to at all the bases, all the time, I think that they get too emotionally attached to our story. They get too emotionally attached to what's going on. And I found in my own experience, the best practitioner I use is some practitioner that I may know, but we don't have an emotional connection. They're not attached to the outcome of it because they're not attached to me on an emotional level. I think that they can take a look at the law and they can deal with the law and they can work it that way without taking my feelings into account and how that's affecting me and poor this, poor that. They don't buy into my excuses. I think it's really important if that we're doing a treatment work for somebody else, if we're doing a practitioner work for somebody else, we don't buy their excuses either. We recognize, for example, when we're treated for wholeness and health, that life is whole, complete, and perfect right now. That's right, right now. Because the true self of you is God life. Get that? You are God life. And if you've got some idea that God life is anything other than whole, complete, and perfect, you're in the wrong teaching. It's not about getting good enough for that. It's allowing ourselves to open up to that realization. That's what raising our consciousness does. Now I recognize it may take a little while for us to embrace that, to wake up to that. But some of us have been doing this for years, and we're still not woke. I think it's time to wake up. I think it's time to hold ourselves accountable to results in our treatment work. We need to demand that our demonstrations work. And if they're not working, we need to get somebody to step in to help us find out what the block is or what the problem is and do the treatment for us. That's what practitioners are for. That's what ministers are for. Get real. Get really, really fast. I like the phrase GRF. G-R-R-R-F. Get really, really fast. I think that's what, right now, life is calling us to do, because we got a lot of stuff going on out there. And it's very easy to get caught up into all the stories. And you can make excuses for the violence. You can make excuses for the sickness. You can make excuses for the disharmony that's going on. We can find lots of people to blame. Some more than others. But the point is, that doesn't bring along a solution. If we want to know peace in this country, we need to embrace the consciousness of peace, accept that to be so, and then do the thing that's in front of us to do that expresses that greater idea of peace. Now, maybe for you, that will be picking up a Black Lives Matter sign and walking down the street. Maybe for you, it would be just writing your congressman. Maybe for you, it is just sitting in meditation knowing that peace is. Whatever it is, God has something wonderful to do by means of you. And it's time that you and I stop making excuses for not doing it. What we are here to do is realize and express heaven on earth. Not someday I'll, but right here and right now. And if you're not experiencing heaven on earth, how come? Don't give me any excuses. How come? The only reason could be is that we haven't embraced it in consciousness. I'm calling you out. I'm calling you out right now to embrace it in consciousness. Get really real, really fast. Know that this is the truth. And if you don't believe this is the truth, you're in the wrong teaching. Make no excuses for yourself. Make no excuses if you're dealing with a practitioner that's not helping you. Find a practitioner that's helping you. Find a minister that's helping you. Don't put up with the same stuff all the time without getting results. Because the only way you know it's working is to work it. And get your demonstration. So, how's that for a bright and shiny talk today? I think it's really important that we recognize that this is important stuff that we're doing. And we should take it seriously, but not take ourselves seriously. We're here to do something wonderful. We're here to be something wonderful. So let's do it. Let's be it. And so it is. Join Dr. Maxine tomorrow as she gives the Love Note talk. And, of course, go to cslphilly.org, our website, and you'll see archives of previous Love Notes and archives of the previous Sunday talks that she's given. Also, you'll see opportunities to attend classes that are happening that are coming up, and one class that's already going right now that you're free to join anytime. And there's also an opportunity for you to make a contribution to help keep our teaching going. We really appreciate you. We really love you, and we want the best for you. Know that, and so it is.